Ever feel like, your English learning journey could use a little boost?
Oh, total.
Like you're in it for the long haul,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
sometimes it's like, the daily grind can get a little bit.
absolutely.
Yeah, so today's deep dive is all about reigniting that fire with
Okay.
some really cool and actionable tips we found
Love it.
from this source you sent over.
I'm excited.
Let's hear it.
Me too.
Okay.
Um, so the first one that really spoke to me, and it's going to sound kind of funny, but it spoke to my inner child a little bit.
Okay.
It's this whole idea of gamification,
Okay.
but not just like,
Right.
in the app sense.
That is Duolingo.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Give me real world.
Yeah, real world challenges.
Yeah.
So, for example, this source was saying, like,
Okay.
what if you set a goal for yourself
Mm-hmm.
to try to slip one new English idiom
Okay.
into a conversation every day?
I love that.
Right. Like just one.
Yeah. And it's so much more fun.
Than flashcards. It is. So instead of saying, oh, I'm tired,
Yeah.
you could say, I'm running on fumes or something like that.
Exactly.
And suddenly you're not just like learning vocabulary, you're actually playing with the language.
And you're going to remember it
You are?
when you use it in real life.
Yes.
So much better than just
Absolutely.
staring at it in a textbook.
Yeah. Small wins,
Yes.
big impact.
I like it.
Okay, speaking of connecting with people,
Okay.
the next tip dives into the power of a good study buddy.
Oh, yeah.
But, and here's the twist, it doesn't have to be a fellow English learner.
That's a good point.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I was really happy to see this emphasized in the source.
Yeah.
It's basically saying, like, even just chatting with someone who is fluent in English,
Mm-hmm.
even casually, can do wonders for you.
Absolutely. Think about how much you absorb just
Really?
from being around
It's true.
native speakers.
Yeah. And, you think about how kids learn language.
Right.
They don't do it by, like,
Right.
sitting there with flashcards all the time.
Exactly.
It's by listening and being around people who are speaking the language.
Exactly.
And so this is kind of tapping into that a little bit.
I love that.
The source even suggested finding someone who speaks a different native language than you.
Oh, interesting.
Right. So let's say you're learning English
Okay.
and you meet someone who's learning, I don't know, Spanish.
Yeah.
You guys could like swap tips and practice together.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
That's so fun. What a great idea.
It is fun.
Yeah.
And it's like you're both kind of,
Totally. You're in the same boat.
yeah, you're both in the same boat. You're both pushing each other, navigating those awkward moments together.
And you're learning about another culture
Exactly.
at the same time.
Talk about a win-win.
I love it.
Okay, so this next tip is about kind of stealing a little time from your busy schedule
Okay.
in the best way possible.
I like where this is going.
It's all about turning your commute into a sneaky learning session.
Right.
So we've all heard this before, right?
Right.
Like, oh, listen to podcasts in English, listen to audiobooks.
Right. Yeah.
But what I liked about how this source presented it was it really stressed the importance of active engagement.
Okay.
So-
Not just passive listening.
Not just passive, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, one thing that really resonated with me was they were saying, like, even if you just jot down a super quick summary
Oh, that's good.
after each chapter of an audiobook,
Yeah.
or like after each podcast episode,
That's a really good idea.
it just forces you to kind of process what you're taking in.
Yeah. Instead of just having to go
Exactly.
in one ear and out the other.
Yes. Or even like if you're listening to something.
Yeah.
Like pausing it and trying to predict what's going to happen next.
Ooh. Fun.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you're turning your commute into a game show in your head.
I love it. Yes.
Will the detective find the clue?
Yeah.
Tune in after this traffic jam to find out.
I love it. That's the energy.
It is.
It is.
About that energy shift.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, last but not least, we've got to talk about finding your people, finding your tribe, finding your fellow English enthusiasts.
Community.
Yes.
Yes.
This one feels like unlocking a secret level in language learning
Totally.
because it's all about connecting with other learners.
Yeah.
And whether it's online forums or language exchange apps or even just a local meetup group,
Mhm.
Whatever it looks like for you.
Right.
I think the key takeaway here is that
Yeah.
we learn best when we feel supported.
100%.
Right. Like when you can share your struggles and celebrate your victories.
Yes.
And even just like vent about that one grammar rule that makes no sense.
Totally.
It makes the whole journey feel less daunting.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that feeling of walking into a party
Yes.
and you see your friends.
Yes,
And
exactly.
you're like, okay, I can relax now.
Yes, you feel more comfortable, you feel more confident.
Exactly.
And I think that can make a world of difference when you're trying to speak a new language.
100%.
Especially when it feels awkward. You know what I
It
mean?
makes such a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think what really stands out to me from this whole deep dive
Yeah.
is how it really reframes language learning in general.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about perfection.
Right.
It's about progress and connection.
Yes.
And finding those moments of joy in the process.
I love that. I love that takeaway.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. So for anyone listening,
Okay.
I'm curious. What's one small but fun step
Ooh.
you can take today to make your English practice feel less like homework and more like happy hour?
I love it.
That's something to think about.
That's awesome. I love it.
All right, thanks for diving in with me.
Thank you. This was fun.
Yeah, this is great.
Always good chatting with you.
Likewise, I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Bye.